In today's video, I want to take a look at the gold market because I think we're getting close here. We've been waiting for some sign that a tradable trending move is ready to happen, and mostly what we've gotten is just repeated attacks and manipulation of the gold market by the banking cartel. This morning. I knew this was going to happen. That gold came up to test this 200-day moving average. It kind of coincides with the 50-day moving average. And then we got this resistance at 1850. The banking cartel is trying desperately to keep gold pinned below this 1850 zone. But I think, well, I know the manipulation is going to break at some point. And when it does, it's going to unleash a very powerful move to the upside. You can't prevent the natural path of the market forever. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Eventually, you get tired, and the beach ball comes flying to the surface. The same thing is happening here with the gold market. We've got the banking cartel that still have a rather large short position, and they are just not getting what they need to exit that short position, and that position now has them in jeopardy. If they can't hold the manipulation and they can't keep gold suppressed, and gold breaks out, then they're going to get caught in another short squeeze, and that's going to trigger an explosive move to the upside. So I knew that we were going to see attack this morning. I warned everybody that this was coming, that the cartel would use this 200-day moving average and also the 50-day moving average to try and smash gold back down and prevent it from getting above this 1850 resistance zone. And of course, that is what happened almost immediately once the market opened. However, I think we're getting to the point where the manipulation is about to break. And one of the clues I'm watching is the miners, which are another favorite area for the cartel to continue to attack. If they can keep the mining stocks suppressed, that just helps keep sentiment depressed in the entire metals sector, and to some extent, prevents the big surge in gold. But they're starting to get a problem in the mining sector as well. So you can see, we had an attempt to break out above this 50-day moving average right here, but they were successful in blocking that, pushing it back down. But we're just starting to get a whole bunch of tests of this 50-day moving average. And now the last 3 days, multiple attacks on the gold market, but they really aren't being able to push GDX back down from this resistance zone here. And the fact that we're just getting test after test after test of this 50-day moving average is almost certainly a sign that price is preparing to break through that. And when it does, they're gonna lose control of the gold market, and gold is going to surge through that 1850 resistance zone. It's probably gonna, gold needs to make a higher high, which means it needs to get above this 1880. So when this breaks, I think we're going to have a violent move higher. It'll probably get above 1880 and break this pattern of lower lows and lower highs. That's what we have to do to break this downtrend that the banks have managed to create here. They've managed to prevent gold from following through here, and they've manufactured a lower low, which is taken out a lot of the technical traders. But I think we're on the verge of this suppression breaking. So over the next, I don't think they're going to be able to hold this more than a week, and it may break by the end of this week. So I'm watching the mining stocks here. When the GDX breaks through this 50-day moving average, I think that's it for the suppression of the gold market, and I think price is going to move up rapidly. It's going to create a short squeeze and force those the banking cartel to start covering their shorts into a rising market, which is going to should power a very aggressive and powerful move to the upside. So this is what I'm watching right here. They are not. Um, they keep trying, and they just are not able to push the mining stocks down, no matter how many times they attack the gold market. And just way too many tests of this 50-day moving average. The average is starting to flatten out and actually even turn a little bit higher. So I think we are within days or a week of this price suppression breaking and the entire metal complex moving higher. And one contributing factor is that the dollar cycle has rolled over here. It's moving down into its daily cycle low. And I don't really think this is going to be a quick move down, because I think the euro is still in the advancing phase of its intermediate cycle. So I expect this decline to continue lower and probably retest this low, and eventually I think it's going to break below this low. And with the dollar moving back down, I think it's just going to be next to impossible for the banking cartel to keep the gold market suppressed very much longer.